Yo. All right, well, we're back. We're trying to get Brian Kennedy over to the interview location where his Highlanders today win 74-67, their first conference win at home, now 1-3. They're 2-3 overall, and, a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas. They've had a couple games get away, but all in all, 2-3 and showing some promise as they beat Albany for the first time ever in program history. We've got Rob Kennedy joined by head coach Brian Kennedy, and Souleymane Diakite had a big game today. And let's send it there to Rob right about now. Rob, take it away.
Well, thanks, Matt and BK. It's not easy to win games, right, and close them out. But you guys, how much do you think you learned off of those couple of tough losses to be able to finish this one?
We've learned a lot. This team has really grown. It's still a fairly new team when you add all the newcomers in. But, again, we've had, before tonight's game, we had 7 games that went down to the last possession. And we unfortunately we were only 1-6 in those 7 games, and most of them were self-inflicted. So it really wasn't what we missed foul shots. Last game against UMass Lowell, we had some turnovers, and then against Binghamton, some defensive rebounds on a foul shot. So we've just been working on it. But it's been we played 3 games in 7 days, including a 7-hour trip, 8-hour trip to Maine, overtime there, overtime, come here, and the guys just, I couldn't be more proud of this group. It shows a lot of their character to be able to bounce back and just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. So.
And when you talk about fighting, they got off early and had a big rebounding lead. But when you look at the stats here now, you cleaned it up and they out-rebounded you by 2. Talk about not shooting yourself in the foot. You guys only turned it over 8 times. So you were able to make those plays coming down the stretch and showed those hustle stats by coming up with some of those loose balls.
Yeah, and and I think what was big was the charges in the first half. Sully took one, Mackay took one. Those are plays where guys give up their bodies for the team, and it just shows that they're locked in. And our 3 keys tonight were to limit their 3-point shooting. Obviously, Drum Google was making some Hail Marys at the end, but credit to him, he's a hell of a player. He's a great player. So, but limit their threes, rebound, they're plus 11, on the offensive rebounding side, and then turning it over. We want to have 12 or less turnovers, and we achieved that. So.
And one of those guys that helped you in that rebounding area, the leader, the 5th-year guy. We talked about it, Sully. You had good energy there. You had that one dunk anytime you go up and attack the basket. Coach was just talking about it's been a long stretch, 3 games in 7 days, a couple overtimes. Where were you able to find that extra energy, especially late in the ball game?
I mean, it was tough losing 2 games, 2 out of 3 games by 3, and in overtime by 1. So we wanted to come out and bring the energy from the start, because the games we lost, the first time we didn't play well. So that was the main focus for this game, was coming out from the goal, be locked in from the goal, and then we knew if we did that, the second half we were going to be there eventually. And then everybody was locked in, and then, here we are.
And it's only human nature. When you lose a couple of those tough games, it's in the back of your mind like, oh, no, what's going to happen? How is you, as one of the leaders of the team, how are you able to help the coaching staff make sure that you pull some of those guys along with you to make sure you block that out of your mind and not worry about it?
Yeah, like you said, it's tough losing a couple of games like that. But obviously, the coaching staff believe in everybody, and we know how talented the team is. So we just talk it out. If we come out for the first time, like first half, from the goal, we can compete against everybody. So it was that main focus. That's what we've been talking about the last couple of days. Keep focusing on the start, and then just play, because we know we can compete. So it was just learn about those and then come out and play.
All right, congratulations on the win. You get back to 500 in league play.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Thank you for having me.